Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? We are in sort of a Saints on-field lull. Like, the Saints are the team. They are left to their own devices between now and training camp. Now that the OTAs have passed, minicamps have passed. Generally speaking, if you see Saints news, probably going to be bad, unless it's this, which is undeniably good news. The Saints and Demario Davis have agreed to a contract extension. It's just a one-year extension. In some respects, it's kind of a restructuring of his contract that adds another year. It also adds more value to the existing 2 years. So his new deal will allow him to make an additional $18 million over the next 3 seasons by adding a year and beefing up the existing 2 years on his contract. So Demario Davis has undeniably earned it. He has been inarguably one of the best free agent signings in Saints history. Drew Brees will forever be that standard. And I think on the Super Bowl team, Jonathan Vilma was probably that guy. And Demario Davis has surpassed Jonathan Vilma's productivity as a Saint. That is objective fact. Davis has been a more productive linebacker, but Vilma was a middle linebacker on a Super Bowl championship team. But since Davis has been here in 2018, he has been unquestionably phenomenal. He's earned 3 All-Pro designations and was robbed in 2018 of that honor, by the way. But he's been awesome. So this is great news. I think for Demario Davis, there's a couple of questions. And it starts with he's 33 years old. And because Davis, in the early part of his career, was with the Jets, who were irrelevant, and then he went to Cleveland, who were also irrelevant and not very good, he played on very bad teams. And even though he was a 100-tackle guy every year, he just was a relative unknown because he was playing on really bad teams. And he's not a very showy guy. Now, the fleur-de-lis arm sleeve, the sack celebration he has now is phenomenal, and people have gotten to know his name, and justifiably so. But early in his career, it just wasn't the case. He's just not a very vocal guy, not a very loud vocal guy. Social media, public, anything like that. I mean, when we've talked to Demario on the show, you're so blown away by how thoughtful he is for being such a physical man, such a violent man on the field. He's very thoughtful. He's very much into charitable endeavors. I think a lot of you know Demario is a GameCoin athlete. I do a lot with GameCoin. He has his Devoted Dreamers, where he commits a lot of time to 7-on-7. They just had a joint thing with GameCoin out in Vegas, helping young athletes learn NIL and crypto and all kinds of stuff. He's a very thoughtful guy beyond just football. So I say all that to say, you wonder how much longer Demario wants to play. And when he was asked that question this offseason, he kind of brushed it aside. But at 3 years old right now, and having been in the league now for a decade, and going into his 11th season, it's really fair to look and say, 3 more years at 36, is he done? Like, is this the end of it? Now, I was very, very happy to see the extra year added to his contract because, quite honestly, I wasn't sure Demario Davis was going to play another 2 years. Not that I have any insight into it. I don't. But when you have a guy who's non-committal about his future, I think it's natural to just think, okay, he's probably nearing the end. Like, it wouldn't surprise you at any point if he said, okay, I'm done. But the fact that he added another year tells you he's going to play at least 3 more years. And the great thing about that is, number one, great Mike D line. The best ability is availability. Demario Davis has never missed a game due to injury in his career. He missed 1 game last year because of COVID. It's the only game in his career he's ever missed. 1 game last year due to COVID. He has played every game of his professional career. And that is, again, playing a physically demanding position as a middle linebacker. So from 2012 through last year, 10 NFL seasons, guy's never missed a game. He's always been available. And even at 33, he has maintained an elite level of play. His first season in New Orleans, he had 110 combined tackles. That was in 2018. He went from 110 to 111 to 119 during the COVID year. Then last year, 105. Again, he missed a game because he still played in 16 games, but he missed the one game because of COVID. But still on par with what he's been. Now, if this season you start to see the productivity drop, then you can have a fair question of, okay, is age catching up? Father Time is undefeated. Another great Mike D line. But you're not seeing that right now. The 13 tackles for loss Demario Davis had last year was the most he's had in a season in New Orleans. So it's not like you're seeing any signs of him slowing. But when will it happen? Will it happen abruptly? How much longer does he want to play? Those are all very, very clear. But I tell you this. At this point in his career, and in particular because Demario Davis has earned all-pro recognition each of the last 3 seasons, Demario Davis is now playing for legacy. Because at 10 years into his career, and now having made All-Pro 3 times in New Orleans, with 3 more seasons to play under this contract, you are very realistically bumping up into a conversation about Demario Davis's Hall of Fame candidacy. The one thing that he lacks is the ultimate prize, which has been the team's success, which has been a Super Bowl. But even if you look back at the beginning of his career, in 2013, 2014 with the Jets, he was a 100-tackle guy those seasons. His 2, quote-unquote, down years in the Jets, he had 90 and 99 tackles in those seasons, respectively. His best season was when he had 135 tackles in his second go-round with the Jets in 2017, and then he came to the Saints, and his productivity, his statistical numbers haven't matched that year, but he's been an All-Pro in New Orleans, and he's become one of the game's best linebackers. So you're talking about an opportunity for Demario Davis, and maybe that's what's motivating him at this point. Obviously, there's a financial incentive that he's going to play 3 more years. They added $18 million to his contract over and beefed up those 2 years to allow him to make more money over these next 3 years, but also the opportunity to experience what he hasn't been able to yet in his career, which we all thought they would in 2018, which is a Super Bowl. Of course, they were robbed. But I'm thrilled to see Demario Davis back for those reasons, but also because this gives the Saints a buffer to figure out the next era of their defense. You know, you had great leaders on the defensive side like Charles Grant and the late Will Smith, and you brought Malcolm Jenkins back, obviously, and paired with Cam Jordan, he is a future Hall of Famer. But Cam Jordan at this point in his career, Demario Davis at 33 years old, you signed Tyrann Mathieu this offseason, who is new to New Orleans, but still an undeniable leader and great locker room guy. Drew Brees is obviously gone now, but I'm talking just defensively, but your most veteran players, your best leaders, are all nearer the end of their career than the beginning, and certainly near the end in the middle. So Davis kind of, in a sense, giving you a finishing date. That's me opining. He didn't say that. At least it kind of gives you that time to recognize, all right, if you need to get leadership cultivated and in place for the next era post Cam Jordan, post Demario Davis, they're kind of giving you a sense of when that's probably going to be. You probably got another 3 years to figure it out. So Demario Davis will be in New Orleans, and my sincere hope is he just completely balls out these next 3 years, solidifies Hall of Fame candidacy, and helps cultivate the next generation of great Saints leadership on the defensive side of the ball. All right, tap to further review. By the way, one thing, Mickey Loomis. Here was Mickey Loomis, though, this weekend. He was on the Datitude podcast, and he did talk about Demario Davis.
Look, we knew what the potential for him as a player on the field. I don't know that we really understood, how good a leader he could become, and he does a great job in that area. He's a team-first guy, but he's also a player that listen, he's a bit of a unicorn. There's not a lot of guys that get to that age and continue to play at such a high level. And so it'll be a lot like, Breeze. He'll be able to be here. He'll have an opportunity to be here and play for our team for as long as he wants to and as long as he can. When
the GM of the team tells you that, and then also says not only is unicorn because he's playing at this level late in his career, but also we knew what kind of player he could be, but the difference has been the leadership. It tells you that's what they value in him right now, and it's what they'll continue to value. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.